Hi, I'm Leabo, and today I will be doing my persuasive speech on why college textbooks should be free. Over the last decade, college textbooks have been known to be skyrocketing in price, and this has gone up a total of 82%. And each year, the textbook could be going up another 6%. BACA 2012. Many or all people have attended college at some point in time in their life. Now, the college textbooks are not cheap, and almost 90% of them you cannot sell them back. For one already attended a year to college, we realize that textbooks you need for a class are one thing, and you have to end up paying them out of pocket, which is not cheap by any means. Your textbooks can range from a total of $30 just as high as $250. It's just depending on the book you need, from accounting, nursing, you name it. Today, college is a best option if you want a high paying you want to pursue in a good paying job. But in the meantime, you have to afford college textbooks, rent, you name it. In my speech, I will be trying to persuade my audience on why college textbooks should be free. We already have to pay enough for classes the way it is, and after buying textbooks for a current semester, and then they won't even take them back because they're getting new ones for some reason. And although you can get grants, scholarships, and loans, you manage to get through your college to be able to pay it. For college students, any college you choose to pursue a career at, they all have a bunch of random fees that you may not know you're paying for. Fees we all have to pay no matter what, which many of us have no clue on where their additional money will go. Many fees go to things they plan to build in the long run, for instance, a pool. But the students that are at the school now may not even get to use the pool in the long run. And then the people that get to go won't even have additional fees for that pool because you have already paid for it. And maybe for you, your workout center you may not use because you have another membership or just in general don't like to work out, which is fine. Another big one is if you're in a chemistry lab or a lab in general. For instance, you get other additional charges for using the equipment, goggles, lab books, you name it. I was in a chemistry lab and it wasn't even worth it. Not all college students are fortunate to have a car on campus themselves, but if they do, they have to have a special parking permit. But that'll tack on another additional fee, on top of everything else you need throughout the semester and year. The parking pass isn't cheap either. It takes about $200. Let alone that's just a year's worth. You can use it throughout the summer, but next time the school year comes around, you're going to have to get a new one. So if you need one, you have to pay for a new one each year, which would add up. If you just need it for convenience, trying to get to work, it's another expense to add on top of everything. Do people really want to be in debt the rest of their life? I know I sure don't. You buy your textbook, and the next thing you know, you're giving some excuse that they aren't able to take them back. One I've heard a lot is we're getting a new textbooks or we've reached our limit for the semester in the summer. So when the time comes your textbooks back, it can be either a good day or a bad day. Good if they say can accept the book, or bad because you got no money back for a $200 book, which you don't even need and end up having just chilling around in your room, and it was a waste of $200. And they end up just changing about 3 pages out of a $300 text or 300-page textbook. Some students have a way around buying them and budding up with someone when they need it, but not every time that can be the best option. Considering being a college student, you're trying to be a full-time school student, part-time job, doing homework, trying to sleep, social life, it doesn't always work out the best. It's not very easy to do, so it is better off that students get their own textbooks for convenience when need to use it. Therefore, students end up purchasing the textbooks because eventually they'll need it in the long run. College students use many resources to get money to pay their bills. Big ones are grants, loans, and scholarships. FAFSA is a good example to this when it comes to getting money from the state, which you don't usually get in your account right away because you have to be accepted for everything. It has to do a long process. In order to pay for your books, which then you usually charge your books to your account and pay later, or break the bank now, which you get to just pay out of your pocket, which can be expensive because books can range like $1,000 to a semester to as minimum as $200, just depending on if you have to rent them. Which FAFSA can take off less of your school bill, but then that's just leaving you for more of your bill in the end because it'll take off textbooks, and some people don't get that much FAFSA. Books are a very important thing for students to pass classes, so if one does not have the book, this could cause students to do poorly in the class. This can be due to a student not being able to fork out just $200 out of pocket, for example. This book could be just an elective for your major, and you don't really need it or don't even like it. After this day, in my opinion, my college textbooks should be free due to all the costs. I hope this will persuade you to think the same, because all the extra adds up in the end. As we know today, college really is the best option if you want to pursue and having a good paying job. But in the meantime, trying to afford college textbooks, and everything else right out of high school isn't a very easy thing. Today we have gone over why college textbooks should be free. Some of the main points by already having to pay enough to just be in the class alone, after buying textbooks for a semester and all. Although grants and loans are great, they don't go into your account right away. If you were for college students already attending college of their choice and paying big bucks for the little pieces of paper known as the diplomas and textbooks, there wouldn't be any college. Any college would be up and running. Here are my note cards.